my name's August, and as promised, my New Year's resolution is to do a video diary of the garden. It's really just an idea that I had so that I could share what I'm up to this year and hopefully give inspiration to people to start growing their own produce and hopefully get a passion as much as I have. So I thought I'd start by introducing myself and telling you a little bit about how I became this obsessive vegetable grower and what I really want to achieve from doing this diary, and really what all my hopes and dreams and goals are from sharing with you my stories and how I became a vegetable obsessive freak, basically. So here it goes. I started off, we moved into this cottage about 4 years ago, and I never in a million years dreamed that I would become a gardener. We had a greenhouse, which we've got in the garden. I'll show you around later. And I just thought, oh, get rid of it. I'm never going to grow seeds in the garden. Why would I do that? So instead of getting rid of it, I thought maybe I'd turn it into a dining room and put all pretty fairy lights in it. So when my friends came over for dinner, we'd sit in there and have a few drinks in the summer, and it was lovely. It was like a little summer house. And then after we'd been here a little while, I thought it'd be lovely to have a little play area for the children. So I was looking at kids' playhouses, and they were all so expensive, you know, £1,000 for a playhouse. But I wanted to create memories of being able to sleep in there and having it like a magical wonderland for them. So all the houses that were big enough to do that just were far out of my price range. So I called my dad one day and he said to me, why don't you get a caravan? Well, that was it. I was searching for hours and sleepless nights to try and find a caravan that we could create a magical wonderland for the children, and this is what we found. I mean, she was a beaten up old 1970s Sprite caravan. If anybody's interested, then I'll go into how we ripped it apart. I mean, I'm really lucky I've got such an amazing team. I've got my mother-in-law who does these absolutely beautiful curtains, and also all the cushion covers. My mum does all these beautiful paintings. She's so talented. And then my dad is a carpenter, so he's taught me quite a lot, and I'd like to say it was for 50-50, but he may say differently. But we did it together, and I mean, the outcome is just incredible. But I feel like once this project was finished, I had to get my hands on something else. I get really bored. I'm a flight attendant, so I've been a flight attendant for 18 years now, and I absolutely love it, travelling all over the world, seeing amazing places. I mean, I'm so lucky to get to work with the crews that I work with, and they are just such, you know, a nutty bunch of coconuts. You get to work and you never know who you're going to be with. But I mean, I've met some incredible people, and I would say that the crew are just, I mean, they're just outstanding. They're just a lovely, lovely bunch of people. So the other thing on that side is that my job gives me a lot of spare time, because I'm part-time now, because I've got 2 children, Posy and Winnie. Winnie is 3 next week, and Posy is 5. So they fill up a lot of my time, but I need to focus on something, and I have to have a little bit of something for me. Although generally the gardening we all do together, so but it gives me time to calm my mind, and you know, if I think we all get those moments, don't we, where you get a bit down sometimes, and I've just found that gardening has really helped me with that, because there's always something to do. There's always a seed to sow, and you know, if you've sown all your seeds, and you can go to the garden centre and find these incredible new breeds of purple cauliflowers or purple French beans and kalettes, and I mean, the list is just endless. So yeah, it's kind of given me this peace and calm that I suppose I need, because I'm always, you know, I'm quite an obsessive personality, and this is the only thing that's ever kept me locked on and interested. So yeah, I mean, really how it all started was my husband, Elliot, bought me a garden planning guide, and that was it. I started reading it and I became hooked. I was taking this book with me everywhere I went, on all over the world. I'd go to LA and sit down and read this vegetable planning guide, and I never thought that is where my life would be, and that is the path that my life would take. But it seems to have become this journey that is an endless journey, and I get so much joy out of it. So we started, after this caravan project, I started digging up the garden, to my husband's dismay. I mean, we started off with 4 patches, and it slowly keeps creeping up and up and up, and now we've probably got about 9. And it's just absolutely magic. It gives me so much peace. I mean, I'd love to do a blog or something like that, but I'm not very good at spelling and punctuation, so that's just never going to happen. So I thought the best way of expressing myself is by doing a video. I mean, I'm not into it at all, but hopefully, fingers crossed, you know, it all goes well and people enjoy it. And my only main goal and main dream from all of this would be is you would grow, or I can inspire you to grow, and find peace and happiness and the joy that it brings me. If I can do that for one other person, then that would be my job done. I really hope you've enjoyed our first little video. I've got lots more to come. We're getting chickens hopefully this week, so I'm going to try and do a little video on putting up the house and getting all that involved. If anybody would like to see a video on how our Peggy Darling in Neverland was created, then please let me know, because I'd be quite excited to do a video on how we painted her and everything that went into creating her. And for the rest of the year, I'm going to try and do a video as much as I can. I've got some really exciting news which I'll share with you as well, and I hope you've really enjoyed this. So I really look forward to chatting with you again, and have a great new year. And fingers crossed, today might be the day that you go out and buy one of those vegetable planning guides, and start growing. Fingers crossed. Happy New Year, and I'll speak to you soon.